We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India.
Uh, Myself is Jamie Zangani from UVP Engineering College. Today I have taken the subject related to signal and system. Basically, this subject is in fourth semester. So in this particular subject, we have concentrated on the topic Z transform. Last second unit according to GTU syllabus, Z transform, example plus property. So we have discussed this particular topic in this particular lecture. First of all, transform. See here, transform. I have write the word Z transform. So first of all, what is the meaning of transform? Transform means transform means simple transfer transfer the the entire signal from from time domain to frequency domain to entire signal transfer the entire signal from time domain to signal frequency domain for the purpose of for the purpose of better signal analysis better signal analysis and main aim is to identify frequency component frequency components present in the signal present in the signal. So it is the meaning of transform. That's why it is required to transform the signal from time domain to frequency domain to identify the frequency component present in the signal. Means what? Whatever I am delivering the lecture, see this. Whatever I am delivering the lecture or whatever information we can get from microphone, or we can say whatever information we can get from speech, it consists of electrical signal. So it is required to transform this electrical signal from time domain to frequency domain to identify what is the actual component present in the signal. Actual frequency component that can be present in the signal that can be identified with the help of Z transform. So it is the advantage of Z transform. For Z transform deals with discrete signal. Remember that point. Z transform transfer discrete signal discrete signal present in time domain present in time domain it converts into Z domain into Z domain to identify frequency component frequency component and also used to identify whether system whether system is stable or not causal stable or not causal or not. So it is the use of Z transform. It is used for MCQ. Remember that point. It is used for MCQ. So be carefully prepared that particular topic. So it is known as transfer the discrete signal. Discrete signal denoted by, do you know this? Discrete signal denoted by x of n. Discrete signal denoted by x of n is the notation of discrete signal. It transfers x of n into x of z So it is the fundamental concept of transform and Z transform. So this is the based on that we have discussed the importance of Z transform, an example of Z transform. We have discussed this is important for MCQ. Whatever I have write this, read this very carefully. It is important for MCQ. So try to prepare for that. Now I have switch over the this particular file. In this first topic, Z transform. What is the meaning of Z transform? Transfer the already defined. Transfer the time domain signal into Z domain. So it is the definition of Z transform. X of Z equal to Z transform of X of n equal to summation n equal to minus infinite to infinite. X of n Z raised to minus n. So it is the definition of Z transform. It is the definition of Z transform. And what are the advantages of Z transform? Using Z transform, we will be able to determine whether system is causal or not. And using DTFT, see this is the most important. DTFT means what? Discrete time Fourier transform. Discrete time Fourier transform means it transfers the signal from time domain to frequency domain simply. But if you identify whether it is system is stable or not, or causal or not, it is not identified with the help of DTFT. It is identified with the help of Z transform. That's why Z transform is used compared to DTFT. So it is the advantage of Z transform to identify system causal or not and stable or not. So it is the basic concept regarding the Z transform. Now I have switched over the example. See this. Determine the Z transform. Determine the Z transform for given signal x of n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. X of n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Here x of n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 means what? I have explained this. See this. X of n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 means what? See here, if I write here x of n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you want to find the Z transform of that, and what is the arrow indicate? See this arrow indicate it start at n equal to 0. Arrow indicate it start at n equal to 0. See this. Arrow indicate it start at n equal to 0. Means what? At n equal to minus 1, amplitude is 1. I have sketch graph here for the better purpose of understanding. See this, n equal to 0, amplitude is 2. At n equal to 0, amplitude is 2. At n equal to 1, amplitude is 3. So here I have a sketch graph like that with 3 amplitude. Here I have mentioned the amplitude is 3. Here, 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 at n equal to 2, at n equal to 2, amplitude is 4. And here, whatever we have write, it is known as x of n. Here it is known as x of n. I have write here that point. Don't worry for that. Here it is known as x of n. Now we want to transfer this signal, and here minus 1, at minus 1 we can get the amplitude 1. So I have also sketched this. See this, at minus 1 amplitude is 1. So n equal to minus 1 to 2. See this, n equal to minus 1, and here n equal to 2. So minus 1 to 2, x of n z raised to minus n. So put here x of minus 1, x of 0, x of 1, x of 2. And here x of minus 1 z raised to plus 1, x of 0 z raised to 0, x of 1 z raised to minus 1, x of 2 z raised to minus 2. So it is the equation of z transform x of z. Now we can put x of minus 1. See this, at x of minus 1 amplitude is 1. So here we can write amplitude 1. X of 0 amplitude is 2. X of 1 amplitude is 3 and x of 2 amplitude is 4. That's why we can get this answer. So this is the final answer. So this is the final answer of Z transform. This is the final answer of Z transform. We be carefully prepared this particular point. So it is the final answer related to Z transform. Now, next point. Next point. Determine the Z transform of x of n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Similar, you have to find x of 0 plus x of 1 plus x of 2 plus x of 3. Z raised to minus 3. Put 0 to 3 value. Directly we can get the answer. So it is the basic example. Now see, this is the most important. Determine the Z transform of x of n equal to alpha raised to n u of n. Alpha raised to n u of n. Now see, scenario is changed. First of all, I have highlight this point. See this, x of n equal to alpha raised to n u of n. Alpha raised to n u of n means what? Here x of z equal to z transform of x of n, summation n equal to minus infinite to infinite x of n z raised to minus n. Now alpha raised to n u of n. U of n means what? I have sketched here signal. U of n means what? It is known as unit step signal. U of n means what? It is known as unit step signal. Here we can write n. Here we can write u of n. Here we can write u of n. And what is the characteristics of u of n? What is the characteristics of u of n? It start at n equal to 0. At n equal to 0, amplitude 1. N equal to 1, amplitude 1. N equal to 2, amplitude 1. N equal to 3, amplitude 1. Up to infinite, amplitude is 1. So here we can write amplitude 1. Start at n equal to 0. Start at n equal to 0. So 0 to infinite, 0 up to infinite, amplitude is 1. 0 to infinite, amplitude is 1. So alpha z inverse raised to n. Definition of Z transform. Definition of Z transform. Alpha raised to n u of n, z raised to minus n. So u of n amplitude 1. That's why we can amplitude we can put here 1. And alpha z inverse raised to n. Alpha z inverse raised to n. Now we can apply the formula of summation. See, this is the formula of summation. N equal to n1, n equal to n2, a raised to n equal to a raised to n1, એટલે a raised to 0 minus a raised to infinite upon 1 minus alpha z inverse. 1 minus alpha z inverse. So x of z equal to z upon z minus alpha. This is the final answer. X of z equal to z upon z minus alpha. It is the final answer. So it is the equation of x of z or x of n alpha raised to n u of n, then x of z equal to z upon z minus alpha. So it is the answer. Now similar type of example. Determine z transform of x of n equal to minus alpha raised to n u of minus n minus 1. Now see this. This is the graph of u of n. I have already sketched here very clearly. This is the graph of u of n. Now, based on the graph of u of n, we have sketched here u of minus n. Mirror signal of u of n, simply say 180-degree phase shift, which is known as mirror signal. So mirror signal can be said that graph can be moved to the second quadrant. So u of minus n, and u of minus n minus 1 means what? U of minus n minus 1 means what? Uh, I have right here. See this, if u of n, it is known as u of n. Next point, here we can write u of minus n, and here we can write u of minus n minus 1. Minus n minus 1. Minus n minus 1 means what? See here, I have explained this. See here carefully. What is the meaning of that? Minus n minus 1. What is the meaning of that? I have mentioned here. Don't worry regarding that. u of bracket minus common in bracket n plus 1. So first of all, do the mirror signal. Mirror signal is present here. Mirror signal is present here, and then apply the operation of advance. See this. So it is known as first mirror. I have write here operation. It is known as first mirror. First apply mirror. Apply mirror. Then apply for advance. So it is known as u of minus and minus 1. I think you have to clear that point. If anything doubt, then see the graph also. You able to understand. So it is known as u of minus and minus 1. So start with minus infinite up to minus 1. We have right. So next point, minus infinite to minus 1. Minus infinite to minus 1. So here minus alpha raised to n, u of minus n minus 1, z raised to minus n. So u of minus n minus 1 equal to 1. So minus alpha z inverse raised to n. Here minus can be taken as a common. Minus can be taken as a common or considered as a common. So here answer is, if minus can be considered as a common, so n equal to minus infinite to minus 1. And if you can solve this with reference to previous one, similar type of simplification you have to do here. So answer is minus alpha raised to n u of minus n minus 1. Also answer is z upon z minus alpha. Now see this. Here also answer is z upon z minus alpha. Means what? Now see entire circle which I have sketched here. Now see entire circle which I have sketched here. See this. Z upon z minus alpha, it is the common answer of two different terms. See here alpha raised to n u of n, it is the different term. Also minus alpha raised to n u of minus n minus 1, it is also different term. So answer is same, but here term is different. Now if you want to find, see this is the z transform. U of n can be converted into z, it is known as z transform. But if you want to find inverse transform, read my statement very carefully. Read my statement very carefully. Read my statement very carefully. If you want to find inverse transform of z upon z minus alpha, then we get two different answer of the question. See this. This is the same, but here it is different. Here it is different. U of n can be considered as a causal system, and u of minus n minus 1 can be considered as a anti-causal system. Why? Because it depends on only present value. It depends on past as well as future value. See, this is known as anti-causal. I have write here anti-causal. It is known as anti-causal and it is known as causal. So what is the main point? If you want to find IZT of z upon z minus alpha, then we get two different answer of question. So this answer is differentiate using how to differentiate this answer. Z upon z minus alpha, answer is alpha raised to n u of n also is correct, and another answer minus alpha raised to n u of minus n minus 1 is also correct. But how to differentiate? Differentiate with the help of ROC. See this, read this very carefully. ROC. ROC means what? Region of conversion. ROC means what? Region of conversion. Region of conversion means what? It is used to determine whether system is causal or not. ROC is used to determine whether system is causal or not, and set of value of z, set of value of n, in which z transform contains the finite value. If z transform is infinite, then ROC is not possible. If z transform is infinite, then ROC is not possible. ROC for causal signal and ROC for anti-causal signal, it is different. Causal signal means what? Contain only positive value. See this here. Z upon z minus alpha. If here causal system is indicated, See this, if causal system is indicated, then inverse Z transform is alpha raised to n u of n. I have write here that, don't worry for that, I have write also here that it is for causal system. It is for causal system and it is for anti-causal system. Here it is for anti-causal system. So here it is causal system, here it is anti-causal system. So based on the causal system and anti-causal system, we have differentiate, or based on the ROC, we have differentiate the respective answer. So here determine derive the time shifting property. Now see, this is the basic example of Z transform which is completed. Now time shifting property, time scaling property, I have derived this with the help of necessary expression. If what is the meaning of time shifting? See this. Here x of n and Z transform of x of n is x of z. Then x of n minus k. X of n minus k means what? I have sketched here with the help of whiteboard, so you will able to understand. See this. This is, it is known as n. Now here it is known as 1. Amplitude is 1. Here at n equal to 1, amplitude is 2. Now here amplitude is 3. Here amplitude is 3 at n equal to 2. Here I have write 2. So it is basically, it is known as x of n. It is basically, it is known as x of n. Now what is the Z transform of x of n? It is known as x of z. Z transform of x of n is known as x of z. Now, if you can shift this signal in time domain, say this is time domain, it is known as Z domain. Now, if you can shift this signal, shift this signal means what? If you can apply the k unit delay, where k equal to 1, if you can apply the operation of x of n minus k, x of n minus k, where k equal to 1. So shift the signal with 1 unit. So here we can get 1 at 1, amplitude is 1, at 2, amplitude is 2, at n equal to 3, amplitude is 3. See this is known as x of n minus k. Now, what is the Z transform of this? What is the Z transform of this? It is known as, what is the Z transform of this? It is known as z raised to minus k into x of z, where k equal to 1. Why? Because we can shift the 1 unit only. So here x of n minus 1 and z transform of that is z raised to minus k x of z. So it is the property of time shifting. If you can shift in the time domain, then in z domain it shift with respect to z raised to minus k factor into x of z. So it is the property of time shifting. How it is proved, that I have discussed here. See this. It is the Z transform property, Z transform of x of n, Z transform of x of n, Z transform of x of n equal to minus infinite to infinite x of n z raised to minus n. Now apply the delay signal. Delay signal means what? X of n minus k. Negative sign indicate delay. If here positive sign, then it is known as advance. Basic operation of signal. So here k equal to minus infinite to infinite, x of n minus k z raised to minus n. Now n minus k equal to n. So n equal to k plus n. So put here value k plus n. Here put n. So limit can be converted from k to n. So last answer x of n z raised to minus k plus n. So here x of n z raised to minus n. It is the definition of z transform. And here, what is the factor that can be present separately? Z raised to minus k. So taken as outside. So taken this factor as outside. So here n equal to minus infinite to infinite, x of n z raised to minus n. So what is the answer? X of z into z raised to minus k. See the last answer. X of k z raised to minus x of z raised to minus k. It is the final answer. Or we can say it is known as time shifting property. It is known as time shifting property. So it is the completion of time shifting property with proof. See this is the most important for MCQ. For MCQ, it is the most important. So please prepare very carefully. Please prepare very carefully. Now, why ROC is always circle? Mention the properties of region of conversion. See this is again important in terms of MCQ. Time shifting property here complete. Now next step, why ROC is always circle? Means what? E raised to minus j omega n x of n equal to minus infinite to infinite summation. It is known as definition of discrete time Fourier transform. Discrete time Fourier transform, properties of DTFT. Now put z equal to e raised to j omega. Put z equal to e raised to j omega. So here we can get, if you can put z equal to e raised to j omega, then we can get z raised to minus n. So then this e raised to j omega indicated by phase, and z equal to r e raised to j omega, where r equal to 1, it is indicated by unit circle. It is the concept of mathematics. Z equal to r e raised to j omega represented by circle according to simple maths. That's why we can say that ROC is always consist of circle. That's why ROC is also always defined with the help of circle with radius equal to 1. With radius equal to 1. So ROC is always ring. Summation n equal to minus infinite to infinite x of n z raised to minus n. ROC is always ring. I have mentioned this here with circle. Be carefully see this. Now properties of ROC. ROC is the ring whose center is at origin. ROC must be connected region. Connected region means what? It can be connected with each other. Now this is the most important statement. Next statement. ROC for causal signal. ROC for causal signal containing external part of signal having the radius alpha. ROC for anti-causal signal contains the internal part of circle having the radius alpha. Now see what is the difference between them. Causal signal means what? Again repeat, it contains only positive value. So here outside the region, it consists of causal signal. See this, alpha raised to n. So what is the Z transform of that? It is known as, what is the Z transform of that? It is known as denoted by, it is denoted by Z divided by Z minus alpha. It is denoted by Z upon Z minus alpha, or we can say alpha raised to n. Z transform of alpha raised to n. See this very carefully. So it contains only positive value. See here, only positive value can be possible. So here we can say outside part, which is known as region of conversion. It is known as region of conversion. It consists of outside part. So it is the concept regarding the causal system. It is the concept regarding the causal system. Similar for anti-causal system, it contains the negative value. It contains the negative value. So see this here. See this here. It is consist of anti-causal system. Anti-causal system means inside. That's why it is known as properties of ROC. And last property last property of ROC is that similar for anti-causal signal. If causal signal outside part consists of ROC, then it is known as inside part. Now, what is the actual meaning of ROC? Actual meaning of ROC. ROC says that, see this, I have write here one equation, x of z equal to, I have write here one equation, x of z equal to x of z equal to z upon z minus alpha. Means what? If we can put z equal to alpha, if we can put z equal to alpha, then answer is not possible. If we can put z equal to alpha, then answer is not possible. Function contain infinite value. If we can put z equal to alpha, then answer is not possible. Function contains infinite value. So infinite value is not possible. So one of the properties, it is known as pole. At z equal to alpha, one pole is present. So here we can get 0. Here we can get 0. And here we can get pole. Here we can get pole. So 0 by pole, it is known as concept regarding the it is known as concept regarding the Z transform, Z upon Z minus alpha. So at Z equal to alpha, one pole is present, 0 by pole. So it contains of causal signal. It consists of causal signal, means what, contain only positive value, negative value is not present. So it is known as concept of causal and anti-causal signal. Similar for here, it is known as anti-causal signal. Similar for here, it is known as anti-causal signal. Function contain negative value. Now, time scaling property. Time scaling property means what? If you can compress the signal in time domain, what is the significance of this? I have mentioned here. Compress any image or speech signal in time domain is equal to expand the image or speech in frequency domain. It's the significance of this property. Compression in time domain, expand in frequency domain. How it is possible? See this x of n, z transform is x of z, z transform is x of z. See this, z transform is x of z, then alpha raised to n u of n, z transform is x of z by a. See this, x of z by a. What is the meaning of x of z by a? If here it is compressed in time domain, here it is compressed in time domain, so here it is expand in frequency domain. See this is known as expansion. See this here, read very carefully. It is known as expansion. Here I have write expansion. Here it is known as compression. Here it is known as compression. Here it is known as expansion. How it is possible? This is a statement of property. I have derived this property, don't worry. Definition of Z transform. X of Z equal to Z transform of X of n. Summation n equal to minus infinite to infinite x of n z raised to minus n. Now if we can multiply with a raised to n, simply we can multiply with a raised to n. So here we can get a raised to n x of n z raised to minus n. So take common az inverse. See this, from this step, take common az inverse in raised to n into x of n. So here x of n, az inverse raised to n. So here we can say a inverse z. See this, z term must be required into positive term according to definition of Z transform. That's why az inverse raised to minus n. See this, minus n. Z term compulsory required to present in terms of minus value. So a inverse z raised to minus n. See this very carefully. A inverse z raised to minus n. So here we can get z by a. So last answer x of z by a. Last answer x of z by a. So a raised to n x of n, Z transform is x of z by a. Is the final property. Compression in time domain, expansion in frequency domain. Compression in time domain, expansion in frequency domain. Compression in frequency domain, expansion in time domain. Vice versa. Here x of z by a, it indicates the expansion operation, basic operation of signal. It indicates expansion of signal. Remember that point. It indicates expansion of signal. I have right here expansion of signal. Expansion of signal. So it is the concept regarding the time shifting and time scaling property. It is the concept regarding the time shifting and time scaling property. Now, next, this type of example, it is very useful according to GTU exam. Please prepare this. If MCQ will be asked in the exam, at that time this question also useful. Determine the Z transfer for given sequence x of n equal to 3 raised to n u of n plus 2. Now see, first of all, for this type of example, follow this particular sequence. Please follow this particular sequence. I have mentioned with particular sequence in whiteboard, or not a whiteboard, not in whiteboard. I have see this. See this. I have mentioned here with new blank document. So you have to able to understand. I have insert the equation here. See this. This type of example. 3 raised to n u of n plus 2. See this, for this particular example, how it is required to solve this particular example equal to, we have right here apply the concept of equality. Equal to u of n. What is the z transform of u of n? Z divided by z minus 1. Put alpha equal to 1. Put alpha equal to 1 in the equation of z raised to alpha raised to n u of n. Put alpha equal to 1, so we can get the answer z transform of u of n. See this, z transform of u of n, it is known as z upon z minus 1. Now see this, this is the z transform of z upon z minus 1. Now I have mentioned another equation which is known as I have mentioned here. This is the first type of example. That's why I have do here in live lecture stepwise, so you will able to understand. It takes time. That's why my lecture length is quite high compared to other, because I have explained with the try to explain with the live demonstration. Z raised to minus 2 upon z minus 1 into z. It is the z transform which is equal to z transform of u of n minus 2. See this. This is the z transform into z raised to minus 2 into z divided by z minus 1. It is the z transform of u of n minus 2. Now, third one. Similar, say that, see this is the u of n minus 2. This is solved. I have mentioned here u of n plus 2, but I want to find u of n minus 2. Only one difference. Here plus sign is present. See this here. Sign is changed only from minus to plus, nothing else. Everything remains same, only as sign is changed. Now it is known as time shifting property. It is known as time shifting property. I have write here also, so you will able to understand. It is known as time shifting property. So first apply time shifting, then applied for time scaling. I have write here. I have write here for time scaling. Time scaling means what? Just put or just replace z with z by 3. Don't do anything change. Just replace z equal to z by 3. I have write here replace z with z divided by 3. So write down here. So I have insert the equation now. Again insert the equation. Again insert the equation. It takes some of time, but remember that point. It is the live explanation, so you will able to understand. So here z raised to minus 1 divided by z minus 1. So z can be replaced with z by 3. Z can be replaced with z by 3. So here so here z can be replaced with z by 3. So here answer is z divided by 3 raised to minus 1 divided by z by 3 minus 1. See, this is the last answer. See, this is the last answer. I will expand this answer. See this into 1 raised to minus 1. It is the last answer of this particular question. X of n equal to 3 raised to n u of n minus 2. And this is for n plus 2. This is for n plus 2. So first of all apply time shifting property, then apply time scaling property. Why? First of all we can apply time shifting property because consider the real time image. Consider the real time image. Say that consider this is particular image. If you want to shift this image from here to here, then first of all we have shift the image, then we can compress the image. So based on the image processing concept, first we can shift the signal, then apply the time scaling property. So it is the basic example of time scaling and time shifting property. So first of all apply shifting, then apply scaling. So it is the basic example related to that. Now next, determine the z transform of x of n equal to 1 by 3 raised to n u of n minus 2. So similar, first of all find u of n z transform z upon z minus 1. Now apply the time shifting property. So u of n can be converted into u of n minus 2. U of n minus 2 means what? Shift the signal in time domain. So obviously shift the signal in z domain with respect to z raised to minus 2. Why we have get here 2? Because here it is write 2. If here write 3, then write 3 here. So 1 upon z into z minus 1. Z raised to minus 1. So 1 upon z into z minus 1. Now if we can shift the signal, apply the shifting property. So z can be replaced by z by 1 by 3. means what? Whatever factor that can be present, that can be divided with z. So here 1 upon 3z into 3z minus 1. So it is the answer of that particular question. Now third example, determine the z transform of x of n equal to 3 raised to n u of minus n minus 2. Now see this u of n minus n minus 2 means what? Here we can apply the time reversal property. See this very carefully. Time reversal property. Time reversal property means what? Just reverse the signal of u of n. So we can get u of minus n minus 2. So here we can apply z raised to plus 2 upon 1 minus z. And so z can be replaced by z by 3. So here z square by 9 upon 1 minus z by 3. It is the answer of that particular question. First applied time shifting, then applied time scaling. It is the simple concept. Now see this 1 by 3 raised to n u of n minus u of n minus 10. So first of all applied the u of n z upon z minus 1, u of n minus 1, z raised to minus 10 upon into z upon z minus 1. I think now we have to able to understand the sequence. Z raised to minus 1 into z minus 1. Now solve this example by yourself. U of n minus 1. So 1 upon z raised to 9 upon z minus 1. Now apply the time shift scaling property. So z can be replaced by 3z. Why 3z? Because here 1 upon 3 given. Here we can give the 1 upon 3. Here we can give the 1 upon 3. That's why we can replace here 3z raised to 9 upon 3z minus 1. So it is the answer of x of z. Now see, this is the complete example related to time shifting and time scaling property. It is the complete example of time shifting and time scaling property. Now switch over the property which is known as differentiation property. Most important according to GTU examination. If x of n, z transform is x of n is x of z. Do you know this? This is the basic. Now see, n x of n. What is the z transform that I have right here? I think you have to not able to visualize that. That's why I have right here n into x of n. So what is the answer? N x of n. I have right here this. Z transform of x n x of n is minus z into dx of z divided by dz. It is the answer of differentiation property. I have proved this property. Start with the definition of z transform. Do you know this the equation of z transform? X of n into z raised to minus n. Now apply the differentiation on both sides. If you can apply the differentiation on both sides, why you have to apply the differentiation? Because it is differentiation property. So dx of z by dz equal to summation n equal to minus infinite to infinite x of n z raised to minus n d of dz z raised to minus n. Now see this. Next step, apply the differentiation, apply the concept of differentiation here. So minus n, z raised to minus n minus 1. So now you can simplify x of n into z raised to minus n. It is nothing but the z transform. So x of z, here z present in denominator. So here it can be goes into numerator. So minus z dx of z by dz equal to n x of n. This is the final equation. This is the most important property regarding external examination. Direct ask in terms of MCQ also. Please prepare this very carefully. Please prepare this very carefully. It is the differentiation property. It is the differentiation property. N x of n minus z dx of z by dz. Now we want to determine the z transform of n square minus 2n plus 3. This example also you are able to try to solve by yourself. See this, n u of n. What is the property of differentiation? Minus z dx of z by dz. But here x of n equal to u of n. See this very carefully, x of n equal to u of n. So u of n, what is the z transform of u of n? It is known as z upon z minus 1. It is known as z upon z minus 1. So apply the concept of differentiation. Apply the concept of differentiation by division method. With the help of division method, we can apply the differentiation. So what is the answer here? What is the answer here? Answer here is that z upon z minus 1 all square. Z upon z minus 1 all square. Now we here see this n square. What is the power of n? It indicates the number of differentiation. First differentiation is complete. Now applied second differentiation, minus z dx of z dx of z by dz, where x of z equal to this particular term. X of z equal to this particular term. So here we can get this particular term. See this, z upon z minus 1 all square. So here applied z upon z minus 1 all square. Sorry, z cancel. So here 1. Don't write here z. Here write 1. Here write 1 instead of z. Here write 1 instead of z. So 1 upon z minus 1 whole square. So try to solve this differentiation. It is the basically 12th science method. So don't waste our time. So we can get this particular equation z upon z minus 1 whole cube. So n square differentiation is this, n differentiation is this, and simply term present 3. What is the z transform of 3u of n? 3z upon z minus 1. See this very carefully. See this very carefully. 3, where for n greater or equal 0, for n greater or equal 0, it is known as 3u of n. That's why it is known as z transform of 3u of n is 3z upon z minus 1. That's why we have write here 3z upon z minus 1. It is the last answer. So it is the concept regarding the differentiation property. Regarding example, I will discuss in the next lecture, which is in next lecture we have concentrated on the convolution property, and also we have determined the z transform of cos omega and sin omega, and after that we have switched over the inverse z transform. So it is the basically z transform topic. Prepare very carefully. If you required to material in soft copy, then contact my mail ID jayminsanghani@gmail.com, jayminsanghani@gmail.com. Thank you very much.